have so much.
You're going to learn. You're going to learn, bro.
I know I had so much going on today.
Oh, tell me why I completely forgot we were starting by talking. Like, you know how we usually...
Your exact thing, you literally looked at me like, and your exact thing was like...
I got this, bro. What was he saying? No, but what I was going to say is, while I was driving here, I was listening to the one of the podcasts about...
Which one?
The power characters, like Tariq, like the power...
You just said you were listening to a podcast, but which podcast were you listening to?
I can't remember what their podcast is. It's like... I can't remember the name of it.
Okay, I'm listening.
But it just started, like, I think 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was, like, talking about, like, how nobody realizes that all the power scenes are, like, it's always winter. It's never summer. They never have no holidays. It's just straight up winter time. And then birthdays. That's it.
Bro,
and I was like...
Tell me why I've never even thought about that the entire time that I knew. Like, I've watched the show before.
Yeah.
But it's like, in my mind, it's always been winter scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's never been summer scenes, has it?
No.
Bro,
So
I've
been binge watching.
Wait, pause. Did you just say? Is that what you just said?
What?
Did I just say the exact same thing you just said again?
I think you did. Did you?
What did you say?
I said that the scenes, like nobody talked about how all the scenes are always winter scenes, but they never talk about summer.
Bro, I dead ass. You just said that, and in my mind,
yeah.
I said what I said. And I thought it was just opposite of what you said. Yo, I need to eat.
Bro, I know I'm saying I'm a little blurry. It's okay.
But that's how it was yesterday for me. Like when I went to the store, and I was like, at one point, I was literally in the store, and I had to tell myself, I had to out loud go, Alex, you're doing it again, bro. Because I was literally like, I was standing there in front of the freaking section to look at to get like these and like the desk.
Yeah.
And I was just like staying there.
Mine's racing.
Just looking at, I'm like,
and
then if I know, that's why I sent you the picture. That's why I sent you the picture because I was like, I had to get myself out of that funk because I literally was just sitting there, and I was like, 10 minutes went by, and I was like, I'm wasting my day. Anyhow,
bro,
bro. Yesterday was just long for me.
Yesterday was so horrible because I went to the freaking Walmart. This was the worst Walmart I've ever been to. It was straight up ghetto. So I get there, I'm like,
those are the greatest.
Oh, I get to the drill section, right? Yeah, everything's tied down. I get to the drill section to get a drill.
The what?
The drill section.
I heard jewelry.
No, drill.
Okay, go ahead.
Section. So I go there. I'm like, hey, could you be able to unlock this case for me? He works there. He's like, oh, I gotta get my buddy Tommy back there. So I'm like,
bro,
okay.
Tom doesn't even know he's working.
A whole hour. I was sitting there a whole hour.
Why were you still waiting there, bro?
I was like, cause I wanted the drill. And he was like, yeah, I'd rather.
They didn't have it on the bottom?
It was locked.
But where you living?
That's exactly why I was like this. There's two Walmarts. There's the ghetto Walmart and there's the
But I feel like that's everywhere that you go. Yeah.
So I was like, this is reminding me of Charlotte all over again. Like,
oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. That was unbelievable. All right, bro. Let's go and start this pod, bro.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Let's get it.
Sakpasi.
What's going on, guys? My name's Alan.
And I'm Alex. Bro, listen to this.
I lied.
Tell me why I'm good. I looked at the exact same one.
I looked at mine.
Okay, I think I looked at mine.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
You better hit him back again.
I'm Alex, guys.
Welcome to the Amicy podcast. Amicy reaction podcast. It's been a minute.
Guys, it's been a freaking minute since we've done a podcast episode. But listen, today's going to be a mukbang podcast. So we ended up getting food from a seafood... Where did you get this?
Where did we get it from?
I
think the person's name's AJ.
Oh, it is AJ. So we ended up. So today's, we'll find out. So today,
we'll find out. Sorry,
today is we have a seafood mukbang. I'm very excited about this. We're gonna be chatting about our journey as far as like travel nursing, like for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. It feels like, bro. So about for the past year and a half, just stories, the things that we experienced, and kind of like the things that we got going on in our lives and going forward. Nothing as usual is planned on this entire thing except the food. That was the only thing that was planned, and I'm freaking starving. But today we got seafood. I don't really know what we got, but we do have a guest with us on the podcast. I'm freaking excited about. And I just want to introduce her. I'll let her tell who she is, guys.
Hello, guys. My name is Janae. I'm from Whiteville, North Carolina.
Whiteville,
no
Whiteville.
Thank you for having me. And the food is from Chadburn, North Carolina. His name is E&J Crab Shack.
E&J, my bad.
You were
E&J.
close. You said AJ.
I said AJ. I'm sorry.
What?
It's not
Okay.
AJ.
What do we got? What do we?
Okay.
What do we have? What do we have? Because this,
Let's see what's in the
I'm
building.
so excited to eat, bro.
Bro, it look like we got some lobster leg or crab legs. My bad.
Crab legs.
Crab
This is
legs.
how you know Alan hasn't had freaking anything seafood
I
related to
don't
before.
eat seafood.
Because Alan instantly thought to himself, the sea. What's in the sea?
What do you see?
Lobster. Run it. Oh, this is lobster
Oh, bro,
tail.
I got something for you,
Right?
Alex.
Ooh, that's lobster.
Hey,
Crab
Alex.
legs,
Gang, gang.
potatoes, shrimp.
Some
corn.
potatoes.
Hey,
It's really good.
I'm pumped.
I got something for you.
Talk to. Oh God, was
You ready?
If
Are you
it's
ready?
a joke, I'm gonna be very salty.
Yes.
Because I was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm gonna look up. I need to look up jokes to start the podcast with. But I spent 7 hours.
Alex is pulling up.
I spent 7 hours doing freaking
like fixing up the studio.
fixing the studio that I didn't even think about getting. I didn't even get. It didn't come.
I'll take her.
But go ahead, Alan.
What food does a teddy bear eat?
A teddy bear. Mm.
Any guess?
Teddy bear.
Crickets? Crickets. You ready for it?
Does it have to be with honey?
No.
Honey bunches of oats.
No. Let me find the answer. Just say it.
I got it. Honey bunches of oats.
No.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Wait, teddy bear.
Are you ready for it?
A teddy bear.
Say it.
He does. He has
I
to
have
give in.
it. I
He
think.
has to give in.
Fine. What was it?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey, you guys ready for it? Drum roll, please.
I'll be for drums.
Nothing because they're stuffed.
Yo, I like how we even. Hey, let's give. Hey, guys, on the podcast today we've got Janae.
Hey, you made the. It's our first time, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't even think my clap worked.
Let's see.
There we go.
It does.
Yeah.
This is like, as you guys can see, this is like,
It's
we're
been a-
just testing it out.
It's been a minute since we did a podcast episode, but we got from potatoes.
I think like the last time we did a podcast was in the our old studio back in the garage days.
Did we do a podcast there?
We did both of them there.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Where do we want to start? I said we could probably start where the whole journey began eventually, right? So the original, so as you guys already know, Amicy Reaction Podcast. There's one last name, so it's me and Alan. But me and Janae actually met at the hospital. Like before, like so all three of us are nursing assistants. So in the line of nursing, because when you hear a nurse, a lot of people just assume the nurse. They always assume it's an RN, a registered nurse. But they also forget that under the category of a nurse, there's multiple layers, right? You have a certified nursing assistant, 1. Then you have a certified nursing assistant, 2. Then you have an LPN. Then you have the RN. Where me and her are nursing assistant level 2s. So once I got my nursing assistant level 2 license, I applied to be at the hospital, even though I had the fear. That's how me and her ended up meeting. So, how long were you at the hospital prior to me like going to the hospital?
Maybe 3 years.
3 years, okay.
I think so.
So, what got you into nursing?
I just love helping people, and
She gave me
I
like
love my patients.
that-
Give me like
she's
the
giving me-
basic,
she's
the
a-
basic like I'm
Yeah.
not trying to lose
No,
my
like-
job talk.
She goes.
Yeah.
No, I really do.
I love my job.
helping people. And
Every
I love
Tuesday,
the
I love
elderly
my people.
Hey, we eat Cupcake Tuesdays.
every Tuesday. She's like this. Every Thursday, the manager comes through and says hi to us. It's
Yeah.
pretty good there. It's a good
No.
gig.
It's a good gig.
The-
It's definitely not. It's good if you enjoy doing it. You definitely need to do it if you enjoy doing it.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
don't go for the money. Like, you really need to enjoy doing it, because every day is not a great day.
Of course.
It's Cupcake Tuesday. That's dope. Alan,
Yes, sir.
how did you end up meeting Janae?
I think.
Through you.
How did I even meet you?
Through you.
You could- nah.
Initially in Charlotte.
Oh yeah. It was whenever I got
No, because Alan was
I got the job. You
he
remember?
was already working at the hospital.
Oh,
No,
he was a
before.
transporter.
Because you came back. Yeah, I was the transporter.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's when you were trying to tell Alex to get me into the CNA program.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's how I met you.
We briefly met.
I
Yeah,
thought
we
you
got
had
into
met
it.
her at New Hanover.
I never met her.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you were a transport.
transporter at
Yeah,
Hanover.
you were a transport at New Hanover.
Yeah, I met her for like one minute and it was
It
like
Oh.
was brief, like, this is my brother,
Mhm.
and that's that. But
Oh.
officially met him when we came back from California. We were going to Charlotte.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
let's speed it up to what I said 2020, right?
Okay.
So 2020, it was funny because me and Alan had a conversation with each other, this is exactly how we ended up moving to Wilmington, North Carolina, right? So at the time, me and Alan we were in Durham, North Carolina, and I was working at Duke Regional Hospital. Alan was working at Duke Regional Hospital. No, University
I was
Hospital.
at LabCorp.
It's been switched jobs
I
so many
was
times.
like, I was a job switcher.
Alan was a professional job
Wait,
switcher.
If you need to be, hey, fire me, I'll be at another job.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yep.
So, I remember at the time, you were in. So we were both, trying to find different ways to kind of essentially move our lives forward, but it just kept like we were just getting stuck in so many areas, right? And so we ended up going to working at the hospital up there, and Alan working different jobs. And finally, I made the decision randomly one day after getting so tired of the immigration system that the United States has is so garbage that like all the time we were trying to figure out how to get our green cards. We've lived in the United States for so long. Like I went to high school in the United States legally. Okay, we came
and
here
graduated.
legally. And graduated high school here, but like as far as getting a green card, it just did not see. There was no other pathways to us getting there, unless we became a citizen, or we married an American, or we became nurses. That was one of the ones that looked to me. I was like, I didn't want to get married for a card, and that be my foundation of a relationship. By the time I realized, like, we could just become nurses. So I'm at the hospital one random day, and I literally texted her, and I said, "Hey, do you guys have any openings on your floor?" And because I was working in the PACU, the post anesthesia care unit, and so she goes, "I think we do. Let me find out." So she finds out from the manager at the time, right? And then she goes, "Yeah, there's an opening." I said, "Well, I think I told you like I want that slot."
Right. And I put you on.
Then I reached out to the manager of the floor. I said, "Hey, I would love. I'm thinking about coming back to Wilmington. Will I be able to work on the floor?" She said, "Yes, we can definitely arrange an interview." I said, "Wonderful." I get on the phone, call Alan. I go, "Bruv, what do you think about moving to Wilmington, North Carolina? I think because that hospital is gonna help us with school, pay for schooling, so that we can take the classes that we need in order to go to nursing school." And Alan was like this, "I'm down." And that was literally how quickly the decision was made. I hung up the phone, reached back out to the manager, said yes, and then I put my 2 weeks notice in.
And then you told him about me, and you're like, "Is there any way you guys could like get my brother to work there too?"
Well, I don't remember that.
You put me on for the transport because the guy called me while I was at work.
What?
I was like, "Hey, I gotta go on my lunch break," so I go in the stairway. I'm like this. "Hey, how you doing?" Having a full conversation with this guy. You doing my interview. He's like, "You know what? I love your character. You're hired."
That's crazy.
Yeah, literally that day that you told me.
Yeah.
That you reached out to your manager. She had to reach out to the person from my boss from transport, and then that's when he reached out to me that day, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is real," because it's just been like trying to find a job because I was driving a whole hour away, guys, every day.
I mean,
well, 2 hours there and back was 2 hours.
I think you probably have the most fascinating story that people just don't know about as far as like your work ethic. Because if you guys understood the level of work Alan has put in to get to where he is now, like unbelievable. And he didn't complain. That was the biggest part because I don't do well with people complaining to me at all.
At all.
Like if you're gonna complain, I'll listen to you, but I need a solution in that complaining aspect of you. Like how are we gonna change this? That's usually my thing, right?
Yeah.
But I remember that fast forward a little bit more. So this was in April of 2020. So we started our YouTube channel in February.
Well, we started, February 2019.
So we started the YouTube channel in February of 2019. From February of 2019 to December of 2019, we had 178 subscribers.
Yeah.
We did 8 videos.
And that was it.
That was it. And then in January, so between January and May of 2020, our channel went from 178 to 10,000.
Yeah.
No. I lied.
It went to
1,000.
To 1,000.
And then the following month and a half, we gained 10,000 subscribers.
Yo.
And now we're like, wait a second here.
It was surreal. Like
that was
we were waking up like, bro, we got 300 people subscribed to us.
We were losing our mind.
Oh my god. And then it was just like, we literally had to talk. We're like, okay, so how do we get from here
to the next level?
Yeah, the goal was like, all right, let's get 20,000. Then we hit 20,000. Okay, let's do 50,000. Let's do 50,000. You guys know who you are. The OG 50,000.
The original 1,000. So like,
yeah, and it was just like we just kept growing, and at that time I think you guys decided, right? You guys decided to like
Actually, what
traveling?
happened was, so in February 4th, not February 4th, April 4th, or April 4th, no, April 10th. I drove down here and I stayed with my older brother to make it to come work at this hospital. And Alan wasn't gonna move down until May because we were gonna have our like this location here in May. We didn't get it until May. So I was staying at Z's until then. And then that whole process of that, like from I think me and her I ended up going to work on the cardiac unit. When did we start talking about traveling? It wasn't until probably like
the first wave of COVID.
Not because COVID was already here.
I think it was like it had to have been because we
like the summer maybe.
It was the summer because
we
was
left
June
December
or July.
2020. We left December
we left
2020,
in December.
so probably like the summer of 2020. Because we left December 2020 to go to Cali. Because we were there for New Year's.
Yeah, but I don't think it was summer. Because I remembered okay, what I remember specifically happening is that me and you were talking. You mentioned it to me because another girl that was on the floor started traveling. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And you were like, I was originally supposed to do it with other people, but they didn't want to do it.
Right.
And so I was like, well, let me look into it. And then I remember we were sitting outside that patient's room on the computers and we went online and we just found, she was like, I found a Facebook group. So she sent me the invite to the Facebook group. I got in the Facebook group. And that day we did like 4 different applications for different companies. And then like the following week, the recruiter hit us up and I was like, oh God, this is I know. And I was like, this is happening. And then the guy was like, we have a position in California. And we talked about it. And I was like, holy cow, this is happening. And then because in order for us to be able to support ourselves when we went to Cali, we ended up picking up so many hours at the hospital to make sure we saved enough for that trip. Because we flew to California for that one. But like, our first assignment was in Hayward, California. That was the first time I was around so many Filipino people like in my life. Like it was such a culture shock, but at the same time it was like a melting pot of culture. It reminded me a lot like New York. Because like you had everybody was there. So whenever you were out, it wasn't weird.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of white people.
No, but it was a lot of different cultures there. It was nice, but a psych facility.
But how did the time change affect y'all?
Oh, me and her went to bed, bro. When we got to Cali, me and her ended up because we got there on December 28th of 2020, and we ended up like celebrating New Year's over there. We were in bed by 7.
Early. It's a 3-hour time change.
Oh Lord.
But when you're flying, it's like you miss an hour or gain an hour or something. But it feels like you're flying for days.
Well, when you go back 3 hours.
If you're going
in North
there,
Carolina, it was midnight or 10 o'clock at night. But over there it was 7 p.m. But our bodies are operating off that. So if you're trying to make me make it to midnight, it's practically what, 3 a.m. over here?
And then when we came home to visit, we were up all night.
I couldn't sleep.
Because we were used to California time. So we was like, we can't sleep.
Because you'd be asleep, I'm over here like this.
Awake.
So I'm just watching movies up front.
That's wild. But how'd you guys like the job over there?
That was. I'm gonna let you talk about that one.
It was.
Talk to him about your first day. That was the funniest thing ever.
Okay, so he was on night shift. I was on days.
Oh, that's
12-hour shift. So that was hard because as he's sleeping, I'm getting off, and as I'm coming in, he's going to work. But it was a psych facility. Our first psych facility. The first day they asked us, can you stay over and do a 16-hour shift? So it was crazy. Like every day it was, can you do a 16-hour shift? We didn't get orientation or nothing. Yeah, they were just very short staffed. They allowed the patients to do just about anything. It was very nasty. So we learned that assignment, we need to take our own gloves, our own PPE, because they had hair gloves, like cafeteria gloves is what they had. And I told them one day I had to toilet somebody, and we were asking for wipes, and they were like, no, we use paper towels. And they told They took the brown paper towels.
Oh, that's even
Bro,
worse.
The brown
This
paper
is
towels.
Charmin
And they
compared
wet
to
them
what
with
they
the
had.
water, and then you couldn't throw them in the commode. You put them in the trash. You had to take the trash out. It was terrible. And then shower days. Oh my God, it was so
Worst.
small, like a closet,
Worst of all
that you
time.
had to put people in the shower.
And they're psych patients.
Yes.
So they're fighting you.
Oh my god.
It was terrible. And the COVID ward they had. Everybody was walking with their mask down. Mind you, this is the first wave of COVID. So
they don't care.
it was
Next.
really, really bad.
What, the employees or like the
Patients didn't wear masks.
How is this place legal?
Bro, when I told you that story she just said,
Yeah.
she literally texted me and said that story, and I said, no, there's no way. And then I came to work at 7 p.m. because this was my first time working night shift.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and like I'm dying of boredom because I don't know what to do. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at like they're like, yeah, somebody's supposed to come in. The person didn't get done until 11.
So it's just
I did like a little bit of her shift, and then I was waiting for the next wave of people to come through.
like this.
I'm like, so I'm confused.
No.
Then
okay.
the person comes, bro. That facility was so nasty.
It just sounds nasty.
It was so
The
scary.
paper towel.
We had patients calling. We had
promise you.
patients calling the police saying that they were being abused, and then so the cops would come, but like the patient was like asleep by the time the cop got there.
Shady.
Because it's a psych facility.
Oh.
So the guy's so confused, but the cops have to show up. So I'm like, what? They're just wasting resources every time. So the cops come every night, and I'm like, hey guys. To the point I knew their names.
Alex said
If I knew their name, you come here too much. Like,
yeah.
but they have to come, I guess, according to the law. But like, from midnight to 5, all of the staff would be asleep,
What?
and I'm panicking.
Time out. The staff.
At the desk.
At the desk,
In the
no,
patient
not
room.
What's the camera?
bro. They would go into patients' rooms
They had cameras.
and just sit like this at the doorway, like this, like their backs to the door. That way, it looks like they're doing something. They're watching a patient, but they're like this.
After a week of us being there, they decided
They were comfortable
you
with
need
us.
orientation because state was coming. A patient died,
Is
ended
that-
up
wait.
dying
Janae's patient.
from the COVID shot.
Oh.
So yeah, it was terrible.
That's rough.
We don't think the patient died from the COVID shot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't think about that.
Yeah, you're just trying to get our channel
I
down.
forgot.
You forgot. You know the
For
algorithm's
those,
gonna
for those that want to get the shot, it's your opinion as to if you want to.
do what you want.
But back to this podcast. So let's talk about how I
Okay,
got
so
it.
we finished that assignment,
Uh-huh.
and then we ended up going back to North Carolina.
Mm-mm. We did another one in Cali.
Oh, you guys
Oh!
did too? Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Terrible. Terrible.
Listen, the problem is not with like. It was just the facilities that we went to.
Mhm.
Like, when you think about nursing homes or rehab facilities, y'all, ooh, it's the goal in life is to do so well that you never have to go to one of these kind of facilities yourself.
Or if you have family members there,
Take him out
take them out or make sure you visit often.
often,
Very
ever
often.
so often.
What
The
about the
doctors-
patient?
Crosses.
Remember the one patient we took care of? And
Mr.
we
Green?
were there
The one
and
patient
we
we
gave
took
him
care
a
of.
shower.
Oh, for the first
He
time in
was
3 years.
bedbound.
What?
He was there 3 years. They got mad at us because we wanted to give him a shower. Because,
Yeah.
you know, on certain days they have shower days.
Yeah.
They said he's never been in a shower in the 3 years that he's been there until we got there.
Yep.
Do you know how much buildup is on that body?
You know how
It
dirty,
was.
dirty these
It
people
was.
were.
Mm.
Oh, tell me about that lady you had that wanted the shower to herself when she go shower.
Oh, so
and
there was
no
this
one wanted
lady-
her.
Yes, bedbound.
It's always the bedbound patient that's like, hey,
Yes,
I'm gonna be
very
bougie
very
today.
demanding. She only wanted women, no men.
Hey, that's
Um,
time out. Side
Those
note,
are the greatest.
That's the greatest thing to hear from a
From-
patient.
As soon as
I
they
don't
go,
want you to talk. I don't
as
want
soon
you.
as they go, do you have any females? I got you.
I don't want to fight it.
Who-
Carry on.
But she they're only scheduled baths twice a day. So anyway, they
Twice
was
a
giving
week.
her. I mean, yes, I'm sorry, twice a week.
Stop it.
Twice a week.
Stop it.
Twice a week.
Give me a
I was about
So,
to say,
credit.
but
that's a
she
bougie-
was getting showers 3 times a week.
Yeah.
They
How's
would
that
they
happen?
would schedule hers at a certain time every day because she took 2-hour showers.
Can I ask a question?
Mind
real
you,
quick?
she can't do anything for herself.
Was she like a
Right.
good no? Was she like a good asset to the facility? 'Cause I've realized facilities like care more about the people that
No,
are paying them more. Paying them
I
more.
don't think
She
so.
had
I don't think so. She had no family come visit her.
OCD to the max.
We had to shave her legs,
She's not going nowhere.
her underarms,
Yep.
her private,
Yep.
wash her hair,
Yep.
blow dry her hair.
2 hours.
I did that one time and I said never again because that's not in my job description. And y'all shouldn't allow her for us to be doing all of that. Like, no. I
The
I was
staff
uncomfortable.
would fight.
was
every day.
uncomfortable. They was like, I don't want her. Nobody wanted her. For that reason.
Bro, she was so OCD that like if she was in the did you already tell him if she was in the shower nobody else could get in there?
Oh. Wait, no. What
The-
happened?
The showers had in the shower
Uh-huh.
there is 3 slots.
Oh yes, yes.
There's 3 shower slots. She didn't want a single person in there.
Just her.
Just her.
So everybody else is delayed from doing their showers
Mhm.
because she's taking 2-hour showers.
That
Yeah.
wow. How long she been there? Some time.
Some years.
Oh yeah, she
Some
yeah.
years. Not a lot of years, but at least 5.
But it's so sad to like go into those facilities and see like how these patients are not even like taken good care of. Like I would rather a hospital job than a nursing home.
Oh, 100%. Bro, one of the patients that was there, in one room there was 4 patients.
Mm,
The front right patient was racist
I was about to say
to the
her.
back left patient. The back left patient was a blind black guy. I was like, you guys just gonna leave this?
What?
Bro, it's always the ones that can't do nothing for themselves that are most racist.
What about the lady? Remember the lady where we had the 4 ladies and it was the lady in the corner was racist? Remember what she said to you?
Bruh, I had this lady in
Bedbound.
bedbound.
Yo, the
Can't do nothing for herself.
Revenge of the bed
But
bounds.
she was so racist.
That's the title of this thing. Revenge of the bed bounds.
She was so racist, bro. So one day, what did she say to me again?
She called him every name
In the book.
in the book.
She
Mind
was
you,
ready.
she was soaking wet.
Oh, she
Uh,
peed and pooped all over
Peed and
herself
pooped all over head
as
to
we're
toe.
eating. You know you work in healthcare when
When
you,
this don't even
you
bother
can
me.
talk about throw up, pooping, anything, and we're like, yeah, what's that?
And mind you, they work 8 hours. So me and him, all the travelers work 12.
Yep.
So when we started at 7,
Uh-huh.
the day shift left her like that all day because it was like, oh, she refused, and they let her lay like that.
You let her
so
live
every time we came in and had her, me and him, head to toe, complete linen change,
there. Mm-hmm.
and she would cuss you out, call you all type of B's, like, oh, it was crazy. And I'm like, you want to lay here in this? Yes, I do. I mean, it was a lot.
She was a lot. But the thing is, like, so they told me I couldn't. So I was like, I don't want to take care of her because one thing I will not do is I was like, I'll do my job to the fullest, but I will not take care of somebody that's verbally abusing me. That's to be taken care of. So like, you know how to take care of. I was like, okay, great. But the thing is, there was 3 other ladies in that room that I had, and so now I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a good day. So I go into the rooms on a regular basis because I have to do. All of them were literally. All of them were bedbound. One of the ladies, she was literally, both front ladies were big ladies.
Ooh,
One of
yeah.
them could stand up, but she would
Lay in
she
her
would
diaper
she would just pee in her brief.
and tell you, I need to be
I need to
changed
be
now.
changed.
I'm
That,
sorry.
that
Side
stuff
note.
kills me.
That word,
She knew
I need to be changed. Probably like the
traumatize you.
why.
She knows when she has to pee. She can walk to the bathroom,
Uh huh.
but she'd rather you change her in the bed. She'll roll left and right, and I'm like, anyhow. So I go in the room and go, hey, do you need to be changed? She's like, no. Then I look at the lady across from her. I was like, do you need to be changed? She's like, no. Then I look at the lady in the back right.
So you
Look,
have
bro, that lady
no,
was
he didn't
so
have
nice.
her. He had the other
I had
3.
the other 3.
But
So I
she
looked at the
would-
lady in the corner and I was like, do you need to be changed? Actually, she didn't know. I was like, let me double check. So I checked. She was clean. And here comes the racist in the corner that I don't have anymore. She goes, excuse me, sir, excuse me. And I turned and I said, how can I help you? And she goes, I need to be changed. I was like this. I will definitely get somebody to come in here for you. She's like, boy, already in here. I was like, I wish I could help you. And then I left. And then I went outside. I said, hey, guys, she needs to be changed. And her regular staff went, we'll be there eventually. And I went back again for my next wave. And I went in there and I looked at my ladies that I had and I said, hey, guys, you need to be changed. They were like, yes. So I did all 3 changes to my ladies, you know, put the different briefs on them, changed whatever they had to get changed. And then she go, and then she.
Side note: if y'all don't know, when Alex gets to a point where he's just like
when I'm petty, it's over.
You want to be petty? This is the petty Alex. Go ahead.
And so I go to the my ladies, and they're like, everybody's changed. I did 3 brief changes. And she goes, sir, and I just proceed to just say, how can I help you? And she goes, I still need to be changed. I was like this, and I can definitely let somebody know. She goes, but we're right here. I'm like, I wish I could.
I was asking like if they ever went to go change her.
Oh, they did, but they don't care. I was like, I care about all the patients that I'm working with. So whenever I go into their rooms, I don't want you to stay in pee or feces. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do so that you can be clean. But if you're racist and you can't appreciate somebody helping you that's black, you're gonna learn. The greatest is whenever there's a racist on a floor, and you don't want any black people to take care of them, but the entire staff is black. So I go, oh,
you're gonna learn today.
Let me go get my manager for you. She's white.
Mad, like, oh.
She's just pissed.
Hey, don't hate me. Hey, don't hate me.
Fast forwarding to where? Well, now we're at Alan's place. So this is when Alan started. Give him a rundown of whenever, like, how you got to getting your CNA and kind of like your days.
Okay. So Janae had like Janae and Alex were talking about me getting my CNA license. So I was looking around different places. I finally got into the program, and pretty much my days at that point, I was working from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night was my shift for transport. And so I had like the morning time. So I would go to school from 8 o'clock all the way to 2, and I would drive from the location for school, and drive to work, change, and then go right into work, and then work from there. And I did that for about 2 months. I got my CNA license, and as soon as I got it, I told Alex. Alex was like, "Okay, I'll link you up with my recruiter."
Cause I'm that guy.
Bro,
I've been outside.
Okay.
So I've been outside.
So so she calls me. The recruiter calls me, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I won the lottery." So I'm like, "Hey, how may I help you?" You know, giving them like the fake little like, "Oh, I'm so excited" face.
Aaron's terrified at this point, guys.
Yeah, I'm like this.
I was like, I think that's gonna happen. So still quick, guys.
So like, so she sets me up for a job. She's like, "Oh, I hope this is enough." I'm like, "Enough? This is weekly? Is this legal? Are you sure?"
Right.
And she's like, "Yeah, it is."
How you guys making money?
Yeah, I was like, she's like, "Yeah, it's legal. Usually our employees get paid weekly." I was like, "Okay." Packed up my stuff. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is about 4 hours from here. Packed up my stuff. Took Rich Homie Mama, well, you know, DJ Turbo,
aka Turbo.
Went to Charlotte, got a hotel, and then from there, yeah, in the hood.
Were you not?
Yeah, I was.
He
in the hood.
was, because we was trying to get him to come stay with us.
Yeah, I was living in the hood because at the time I didn't.
Kings Mountain. Right?
No, I was in I was 45 minutes from Kings Mountain.
Okay.
I still had to drive.
How far was your drive in the mornings?
45 minutes.
To work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 45 back. So
I was putting in work.
Yeah. So that car was like, hey,
the car was like, I'm dying.
But yeah, I was in the hood or whatever. So I remember going to orientation. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking they're gonna give us the rundown. All right, here's the bathrooms here. Okay.
Nah.
Gloves here. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Make fingerprint, boom. Signature, boom. I guess go home. Okay. So when are we working? Oh, you got to go to the nurse's desk to put your schedule together. You guys don't have a scheduler? No, nobody here.
Bro, that's the biggest problem when I was in the nursing homes. Is that they were so behind technology wise. Oh my god.
writing it down. I'm like, we're in 2020 at that time.
2020. What are we doing? Carry on.
And so I got my schedule. Like, mind you, I walked out of there. I was like this. I'm driving. I'm like, yeah. Hey, orientation was great. And I was like this. But when am I working? So I called back the facility. I'm like, hey, what's my schedule? They're like, what's your name? Alan. Oh, okay.
Black
you
guy
work.
Al.
Yeah, they're like, you work from Wednesday to Saturday. And I was like, okay.
When's orientation?
No, I just
Who
came
am I
from
orienting to?
Yeah, I just came from orientation. I'm like,
No, I'm saying like, who am I going to orientate?
oh yeah. I was like, so yo, you about to laugh my first night there. You guys about to cry.
Yeah,
laughing.
tell them about your first day. It's a
Oh.
brand new CNA, guys.
Okay, so I
Traveling.
was working night shift, right? So I get there at 7 p.m. I'm like, well, this is new. I'm usually like,
Was it
working
when you
from 3
picked me
p.m.
up?
to 11. Mm-mm.
No,
I'm in
his
Charlotte.
First day. Charlotte.
I'm in
This is
Charlotte.
his first job.
I thought you were days.
He
No,
was on
I
night
was
shift,
nights.
remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Well, I just crack
it in half.
Yeah, crack it in half. But
Mm-hmm.
like I go into my shift. The first person I'm supposed to change, right? It's like I'm looking around. I'm like, so like, what do we do? Everybody else is like chilling in the dining room area. I'm like this.
Sweating.
I'm
Help me.
like, okay, cool. Boom. 2 hours go by. I'm like, nobody. All right. So I'm like, I go find my rooms. It was like a big lady. And this, hey, mind you,
good thing you were working out, bro.
Listen. Okay, you guys are probably gonna laugh and be like, you didn't know how to put on a diaper. I know how to put on a diaper, but I didn't know how to put it on an adult.
That's
okay,
hilarious.
so I'm like struggling to put the diaper on her. I ripped about like 7 diapers. I was like,
That's the truth.
she's like, is this your first day? I was like, no, it's just the different the diaper
Different
brand.
facilities
the brief
have different
brand.
briefs.
Yeah, I'm like, they have different briefs. It's not my first day. 8, 9, 10. I finally was like this. Hey, can you just come help me real quick? She's like, yeah, I got you. One of the people that was there.
You should have put her
And
towards the side that needs to put the diaper on.
Yo, I was like, okay, cool. Boom, boom. Switched them out, right? Then I'm like, all right, go on to my next person. One of my lady gets out of the bed and starts walking down the hall trying to get out. So I'm like trying to redirect her. Hey, you guys go back in their room here. Go back to sleep. She goes back to sleep. Then I look around. I'm like, they're still in the dining area.
Who?
The other
patient?
CNAs.
Oh,
I'm like,
because their work is probably done.
I'm like,
Or didn't do anything.
they weren't doing nothing.
That usual.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I sat there for 2 hours. I got up and left. They were 4 hours.
They're like, we're living
5.
our best lives here.
Bro, it got to a point where like I was like,
I was
after
like, do you guys
constantly
work?
going, yeah, constantly going there, I got used to it. But I remember one night, everybody was running because they saw a rat. I was like,
Oh, this is a good piece. Look at that.
I was like, a rat, bro. I saw a rat run through. I was like, yeah. If I ever get to this point, go ahead. Hey, please leave me at home.
Jesus, take me.
Don't ever send me to a nursing home to like live, because it was so sad. Like there was like these two ladies I loved. One of them was like she had a stroke,
Mm-hmm.
and the day shift they wouldn't feed her or give her water. So every
Wow.
time I'd come in there, I'd be like, oh hey, I can't remember the name, but
Hey, Gannett.
hey,
Hey, Gene.
hey, blah blah, how are you? And then she would like smile and everything. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take care of you, cause like her roommate, like they were really close, so she would
Mhm.
tell me. I was like, so did she eat today? No, they didn't give her any food. She's been sitting like that for a while, so I'd go check her.
Yep.
Complete bed change or whatever.
As usual.
And so I'd like get her water. Like I'd go like get the snacks, because they had the little snack carts.
Yeah.
So I'd like give her some of that. And I was like, I would tell the manager like, hey, they don't feed her in the morning time. It's like, okay, I'll do something about it.
Oh, wow.
They never did anything about it. So like literally every time I come in there, she'd be smiling. And I remember my last day, I was like,
So
hey,
she knows.
this is it. It's been a pleasure. Homegirl was crying. I was like, yo,
So this is for all the new CNAs. If you ever go into a nursing home and it smells poopy and like pee, then they're probably not getting taken care of.
Yep.
And you probably don't want to work there. Just
Yeah.
for future reference.
Because I feel like I'm happy. I'm really grateful that I worked in a nursing home before the hospital.
It helps a lot because
It made the hospital look like a cakewalk.
when you work
Yeah.
in the hospital, you don't do as much. You have the machines to help.
Why didn't we get?
Most
Time out. Why
nurses-
didn't we get the little cracker thingy?
Because people that usually eat these know how to crack them without the
That was my
cracker
bad.
thingy.
Well,
There go my chair.
Look, he's like, how do you eat this?
Hey,
Ah!
hey, Tommy, there's another flip side to the coin.
Yo, Polly.
Hey, you know.
Hey.
Milo will show you how to eat it.
Oh, I know. This man would be murdering this right now.
But then you guys came back to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you guys came to Charlotte.
Yes. Oh, it was a rehab facility.
That was.
But / nursing home.
Mhm.
Terrible. Oh my goodness.
They
What about
loved
the
me.
guy? What about the guy that we had? His family just was set on him trying to walk. He
That
had
to be
already
the
lost.
funniest thing of all time.
He's already lost like all of that, and he was a heavier guy. So we had to use the sit to stand to lift him, to put him in the chair, to shower him.
Explain to the people what a sit to stand is.
So the sit to stand is a machine for people that can bear weight on their legs, but they can't physically walk. So the machine just picks them up in like the upper part of their body, and it's just easier that way. But, whew,
You know what I hated? I'm sorry. Side
what
note.
did you hate?
I hated coming in at 7 p.m. and this guy was huge, tall. He was tall,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like 300 pounds. They had him sitting down out of the bed, and I was like,
Better get to
Could he
work.
walk?
no.
No.
They
Yeah,
knew
to
what they
work.
were doing. So I was like, every time I come in, I mean, I don't mind, you know. Hey, we're working out. So it's like boom, boom. They're like, oh, I was gonna get him back in the bed, but
Liar.
you know
They
you
always
weren't.
do that. They leave it for second shift
Yeah.
because they probably just got him up before you came in.
Except we worked 12-hour shifts, so we were first and second shift.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's see, on night shift with you, it was different because
I was just like
yeah.
7 to 7.
I would leave people up all the time for night shift. Like, just, yep, they're gonna put you back to bed. They're like, it takes 3 of us to do this. I was like, I did it myself.
You guys got it.
I believe in you.
Bro, I remember there was a fight that broke out one night from like the CNAs in there.
So
it was
embarrassing.
like, bro, it was so embarrassing. I was just like, you guys really fighting here? One girl walks in there, mind you, it was me and her. We had the set together,
You
so
seen
she
these?
had,
You seen those?
so she had like the higher numbers. I had the lower.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I walk in. I'm like, okay, it's a nursing home. I know they're gonna have poop on them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She walks in there like this. Like, it kills me when people nails about this long. Oh, nah, I'm not doing this. No, you ain't paying me that much. No, I'm gonna talk to my recruiter. Stepped in and walked out. And the other girl's like, the other girl told her to shut up. And she's like, what'd you say to me? Meet me outside. So then the girls go out there and they just start like fighting. Cops get called in. I'm just like, you guys
What a
are not
ratchet
fair.
face when
And
you at?
mind you, they are paying
Kings
you
Mountain.
that much.
Hmm?
I said, mind you, they were paying us that much. So yeah,
That's
you were
what-
getting paid a lot to be there.
And I'm like, you are night shift. You hardly do anything. All you do is changing people.
Yeah, it's time to go to bed. So you might have to pick up dinner trays, or you may have to wash 1 or 2.
On a
Never
good
did
day.
know.
Never?
I only washed. That was it. But dinner was already passed.
Okay, so yeah, like
It was a
night shift.
cakewalk. Like me, brand new CNA. I was done by 8 o'clock. Once I
I'm
got the
proud
routine,
of you though. You
I was done by
came
8
a
o'clock.
long way.
you have no idea.
Oh, I have an idea.
So then, guys. Okay, so then, hey, everything's going good. You guys have any story about Charlotte, or you guys want to move?
No,
right.
Charlotte was good. The food was great.
Okay, good.
They fed us.
They loved me and her.
They fed us.
Me and her were in the exact same location. Alan was just on the opposite because he was there before we did.
They just didn't want us to be great. That's all. I
Oh
kept
yeah,
asking,
you were
"Can I be
already in
transferred?"
North Carolina before us.
They're like, no, we need you in this location. But we went. Then we
you guys
got
can keep
back
chatting.
home.
We're gonna go to this.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we got back. I think I'm gonna wait for you to get back here. But Charlotte, excuse me. Charlotte
Mhm.
was horrible because of the traffic. Like traffic,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
in there
yeah.
for like going at 7 p.m. I was in traffic for about like an hour or 2.
Us too. And they
'Cause I did-
always work on the road.
Yeah, especially at that new hotel that we were at.
Yes,
all three
yes,
of us-
yes, yes.
That was the
yes.
worst. I'm sorry, that was the worst idea.
I think it was a hood spot, but it was the rooms were really nice.
Yeah.
It felt like a house,
It
but
did.
I think the area was
Was just not that great.
yeah, not good at all. Because where we were staying, it was close to work, but we always had to go through construction on that main road.
Yeah.
70 something. It's called 70 something, but
Oh.
I don't know. It the road, the
Whew.
construction.
I'm back, boys.
But like then after that, we we all decided to go to Asheville to work for this other company, and
Holy cow!
tell them about
Was
it.
that the next one?
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
go ahead,
that's
Jay.
Asheville.
What were we home? Out of a
We
job
were home
for
for
a
a month, I think. Yep.
and we just needed something quick. Now we know Asheville is in the mountains, but that was my mess up because I got that gig.
Wait, was that you?
It was me.
Yep, it was Jay's fault, not mine.
It was my fault.
I thought it was you.
Why would I do
No,
that?
I thought
you
Alan
got
effed
it.
us
No,
up.
no. He got us messed up with the Virginia gig. With the
Virginia?
scammers. The scammers.
But they were actually going. People said they were paying.
That's a good group, but I think those particular people were scammers.
Yeah, we were doing. Yeah.
So Asheville, we got a job in Asheville, and I read that it was supposed to be around $1,400 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got up there, and it was a transporter job, so this was something different than actual CNA work.
Home. This
we
is what
thought
I
we
do.
needed a break, but oh my
That
goodness,
was horrible.
I loved it.
the hospital was huge. Well, I won't call the name, but
They had buildings A through K.
yeah, like 3
A
different buildings.
through K. Think about that. A, B,
And when we
C.
got there, they
Through
only
K.
had like 3 transporters. So imagine
all three of
someone
us
like 90 years old trying to push a 500-pound patient. Like
Bruh.
everyone there was older. So we were the youngest ones. We were bringing, like, they was timing
I was
people.
pulling in 30 trips a shift.
Anyway, it was me and you. But anyway.
We got haters.
Anyway.
I was putting in 30 trips a day.
Y'all, Asheville was a struggle. Literally every week we were in a different Airbnb.
Why is that though?
Because it is a tourist city for the Biltmore, which is like this castle mansion that everybody goes and visit. But we didn't know that. And then when we contacted the recruiter, we were not getting paid $1,400 a week. It was way less. So
Like
she was
900.
like, well, I thought you guys were local. I'm like, you have our information. It does
I
not
forg-
say
bruh,
we
I
live in
forgot.
Asheville.
I
Do you know-
traumatized that.
Tell them the stories. Like, listen, guys. Listen
My
to this.
ankles hurt like a mother.
Me, Alex, and Janae. We all. Okay, we're in the
Hold on, I'm gonna
Airbnb.
wash my hands.
So we're
Okay.
going. So like we're at the hospital together. They're like, oh, throughout the orientation process, you guys could have the same schedule, but that's where the but comes. But you guys are gonna have to be in different your schedule's gonna be different. One of you guys gonna work nights, one of you daytime, and then one of you guys during middle of the day. And I'm looking at this guy like, we only got one car, and they had us wearing red. Like we look like State Farm agents. They had us wearing a red polo and khakis. Who's wearing khakis to move stretchers?
Yeah, that was
Or beds.
That was I would say on a scale of 1 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
our worst assignment was
sure.
yeah, because my ankles hurt so bad because we did from 8 to 8
Mm-hmm.
walking the entire time. It was advanced as far as like everybody had iPhones and stuff like that, but outside of that, garbage, hot trash. That is somebody that is a group of people that need to get paid more. Transport department. But then after that one, we got transferred to. So one of the reasons why we couldn't get housing inside of the city is because it's illegal for the Airbnbs to operate within the city. So when you were getting housing, your housing was like 30 minutes away. That's if you could find housing.
Yeah, that
So
was a big if.
that was a horrible situation. But we ended up going to Michigan, Lansing, Michigan. So we're at the hospital for how long were we there for? We were there for 10 months. Originally, we were supposed to be there for 3 months. But so which was great, honestly. I prefer working at the hospital way more than working in the nursing home 100%. But like we got lucky with we got connected with the nurses that had a house prior to us getting there. She had an extra house, so she allowed us to rent the house. The house 4-bedroom.
Yeah. But tell them how we got to that great house.
Oh, before that,
it was a
we ended up connecting with. I don't know much about that story besides you guys were talking to the person.
No. Okay, so before we had this nice setup, when we first got to Michigan, because Asheville messed us up.
Oh,
remember we were all down and out.
We had a Red Roof Inn.
We were at Red Roof, which everyone knows you either go there for 2 things, drugs or
we look shady.
Prostitution or something.
You look shady.
Y'all, they had 2 beds.
Side note, hey, you guys are going to see the clip. We'll be adding into this video.
They had 2 beds in the room. It's 3 of us. We have luggage for 3 months.
Yeah.
And we put
That's
a
lie.
blow-up bed.
Me and Janae had luggage for 3 months. Guys, I've got a video clip that literally identifies Alan. I can't wait to find this video. We were ready. Alan had one suitcase for 3 months. Maybe. Okay, continue.
And he ended up
'Cause
having that
we're
for 10 months.
Yeah,
but my thing
Alan
is this.
had one suitcase for 10 months.
But my thing is this:
Here
y'all
we go.
act like we're going on vacation. We're working.
Yes,
Work clothes,
but we
home
know
clothes.
what we
Work clothes,
need.
home clothes.
Alan had one suitcase for 10 months.
Okay, and
Okay, so we had the 2 beds and a red roof, and on top of a blow up bed. Guys, it was crazy. So we left. We ended up leaving there, and we got our first check. And we were house hopping still, like Airbnbs every week, trying to find something. So then Alan thought he found a house. This is where he messes up. And so it was a really nice house, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. But the lady expected us to go out and buy a microwave.
So, tell them how much this lady was.
So she
asking
told us
For an
I
empty
think
house.
It was
18
1900.
It was
18 or
1900.
1900 for an
Okay.
empty house.
No, I'm sorry. Nope, it was 2100.
Was it?
Right, no,
Yeah.
no, she went up. But before,
Oh, yeah,
the
before.
original price was like 18 or 19.
Mhm.
But she did tell us, this is my first time doing this. I'm going to get stuff in the house. So we're like, okay, that's understandable. We didn't really care for a couch, but at least a bed. Most Airbnbs have a microwave.
It was 3
a
bedrooms, which was
basic
good.
pot and pan.
Yep.
But she didn't have anything. She wanted us to buy pots, pans, dishes, like everything.
Hey,
so
she had Wi-Fi and bed and a couch from
that she
thrift
picked
store.
off the thrift store. Yeah. So
Yeah, that-
like it had bed bugs.
Of the streets.
Yeah. So we had to fuss with her to get our money back because she thought this was such a good idea, and we were like, no. We signed a lease for something, and then a week later she wanted to go up on the rent. We were like, no, but you don't even have a microwave. You don't have basic necessities in here.
And she
So
wasn't gonna
guys,
pay
we
us.
had already went grocery shopping. We
Oh,
had
yeah, I
to
forgot.
pack the
had the
groceries
keys.
up after working 4 days in a row. We packed the groceries up. We riding around trying to find somewhere to stay.
Good times.
Then Alan finds this nice little Airbnb in the hood. There's no
I
porch
forgot about
lights
that.
This
with
man just blinking
the
out.
Bro,
wooden
I was so
stairs.
focused on this content in survival mode that I forgot we went to that one place. That bed was comfortable.
No, it was
The
not.
bunk
The bed?
beds. The beds were comfortable.
I thought you
Bruh.
were talking about the one where we were both like me and you slept on the couch. I thought you were talking about that.
Wait,
place.
when was that?
That one was straight.
We
Remember
slept
that
on the
one?
couch?
Yes,
Y'all
because
slept
Jay
on a
had
pull-out
Jay
bed
had the
couch.
room. She had the room, and we
You had
slept
to go
on.
up 3 flights of stairs to get to the room.
When we were like the code's not working and it was raining too.
Oh,
We
that-
stayed
bro,
there for
that,
1 weekend.
that mattress was
Spinal.
this
In the living
thick.
room.
Oh my body hurt,
Bro.
so badly.
And then the worst part, she's like, "Oh, I'll rent it out to you for the rest of the month."
We
Why
thought
would I
about
do
it.
that?
We
No.
did think about
We
it.
did think about
Oh,
it.
it was across the street.
Yeah, right up the road from where
Oh,
we got the house.
Jesus.
No, but listen, the lady from the one I had found the house, she wouldn't give us. We had each paid 1900. Wait,
No,
I think
it was
1400.
19 total.
19 total.
Yeah.
Cause we had just gotten paid and we paid her, and then we were like, why would we waste money on that? So then we were like our refund back. We had our suitcase there for like to move in.
We only stayed.
one
we
day.
only spent the night. That's it. Like,
yeah,
we
and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna charge you extra because you spent the night in my house." And then we're like, "Oh, well, give us our full refund, or you're not getting your key back." So she ends up like we end up
Just
going,
pause. I don't know, understand how like the level of just dumbness these people go through. It's just a key. You can change a lock.
right. That's what I was like. I was like,
or
there's
upgrade like most Airbnbs and put
Where's-
the key code.
I was like
on
this.
it.
They were really tight about a key, a
But
regular key,
They
guys.
thought we were gonna come back and steal the house that had nothing in there.
Yeah.
Right.
The house
So-
had one couch.
You remember we're all sleeping, and then Alex says like, I think they pulled up.
Yeah, they pulled that morning, and I was
Pull
like,
up somebody, like-
bro, I was already. I was like, yo, I'm knocking somebody out
Because
today.
he was at the front, so somebody like pulled up at
Horrible.
the house.
Listen,
I guess they was about to
Listen.
do something, but we were asleep.
in the future, okay, I'm not getting the front. That was
You wanted the
that
front.
front
did.
room
He
was
did.
so sketchy, bro.
You were like, I'll
The
take it.
window
take it.
was massive. Anybody could come in there.
Hey, who's in your house? Hey,
Oh my
who in there?
god.
So we ended up from there to
To-
them finding someone at the hospital, a nurse that had 2 houses.
She was Haitian. Shout out to freaking Mirta.
Yeah.
I won't say her last name, but if you're in Michigan area, Mirta is the way. If you guys want to find me on Instagram, ask me questions, I'll answer for you.
Great
But
house.
phenomenal host. She the house had Wi-Fi, water, heat.
It
Washer
didn't
and
Four
have
dryer.
bedroom.
anything, but
Washer and
she
dryer.
hurried up but she told us that up front. She
Yep.
went out and got all of this, like beds for us, microwave, just the
Yup.
basic necessities.
Within 2 weeks, we had the
Yeah,
beds.
within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks, we had
The
beds.
only thing, which is not her fault, on the right side we had drug dealers.
No, left side. If you're
we're in
facing the house,
I feel like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
both sides because I remember.
I don't think they were drug dealers.
The
But,
right side.
They were drug users. Because
Well,
it's very
yeah,
hard.
maybe. But the left
'Cause
side
the right
there was
side-
a crackhead.
The right
So,
side they knew.
Wait, the red house was a drug house?
Okay, if
The
we're
left
in
side
the
was
house,
a drug house, but I'm saying the right side.
The
It
black
was a drug
people.
house. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
saw them like
they be
exchange
doing
the backpack.
deals. Not the
Like a
lady
kid
that cut our
backpack.
grass.
What does that mean?
Maybe they have video games in there.
Okay.
So, like, if we're in the house on the
I
front
always
porch,
give the black people the benefit of the doubt.
Nah.
no. If you're on the front porch, this house to the right, they were dealing drugs, not as bad. Over here was using drugs.
Where were we at? I never saw this.
No, this is when the police. Remember the first week
Oh
there,
my
guys.
The
God.
police
They
came
have-
there
Wait,
from
hold
the
on,
left
hold on.
side. The
Hold
drug
on, let me
I
tell the
know.
story.
crackheads.
Let me tell the story. You remember-
Yes, but
So-
go ahead.
So
Okay, go ahead.
Jay was out of town at the time, so it was me and Alex and Rich homie Mama. All I hear is the knock. I'm not gonna knock because Miles gonna start barking. All I hear is knock, knock, knock.
No.
And I'm like this. I'm thinking, oh, it's pizza because we had ordered pizza.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And I opened the door. I opened the door and I was like, in that moment, I had no camera. I had no phone on me.
Nah, I
was
did
like-
put the camera up front, right?
No, this is way before the camera.
We
I
did
installed
that
cameras
afterwards.
after that.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I'm greeted by police officers. I'm like,
FBI, wasn't it?
it was just like regular cops. And I was like,
Oh.
what's going on here? They're like, hey, do you live here? I was like, yeah, I currently live here.
Clearly,
because,
we're in here.
I was already like, boom. Me and my brother, we live here because we're travel nurses, and this is a friend of ours' house. And he was like, oh, okay.
Black
do
guys
you-
in the house, get them.
Do you guys know of any of you guys possessing any guns in the backyard? And I was like, we only let the dog go out to use the bathroom. Why would we have guns back there? And they're like, okay, just making sure.
If we did have guns, what would, and it fell on the floor, don't you think we'd know that we had guns outside?
And the whole time I'm talking to him, I'm like this. Why would Alex not come and check on me?
Bro,
Did he not
Well,
hear the knock?
he didn't know.
He was upstairs.
I was obsessed. What was I doing?
I don't know.
Was I editing?
I don't know. All I know is Milo was on my left side. I was like this.
And we wasn't
Hey,
even
at least
there
Milo.
long.
At least
like,
Milo would let him know, right? Miles was sitting like this. Miles looking like this. Look, Miles like this.
I was like, please touch me.
Yeah, literally, please. So then they're like, all right, well, we don't know if you guys know of anything with your next door neighbors. I was like, next door neighbors? We had them? I don't know. Cause at the time we didn't know them. Like
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
see them
We
yet.
see them. No.
Even if we did, we don't know him.
Yeah,
Carry
we see
on.
and hear nothing. So then fast forward,
See something, say nothing.
Alex installs the camera, and then all of a
Oh,
sudden,
that guy.
this guy comes out the door, knock, 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 and Alex is on the phone. He's like, "How may I help you?" And he's like, "Hi, I don't know if you know me, but this is how he's acting. Like, I don't know if you know me, but I'm the next door neighbor.
I'm friends with the next door
I'm
neighbor.
the friend with the next door neighbor, and
If you hear screaming,
He's
wasn't
not beating
she's
the
not
child.
getting it? She's not getting assaulted or anything. I'm like, whoa.
What did she say? The child was
Pause.
just killed in a car wreck
Yeah.
or
yeah, so
something?
something about the child was killed in the car wreck.
I have never seen a
Don't
child.
believe it.
He
Don't
had a
believe
knife. He had a knife on him too.
I
I
have
was like,
never seen a
I
child
was
in the
like,
house.
Me
why are you
either.
pulling out with a knife? But yeah, ended up finding out that he was a crackhead. You horrible human.
Yeah, yeah.
How
The lady sold his dog
Jeez.
for $40. He was running
How do you know this?
He was walking around. You horrible human.
because they were so loud.
they were fighting.
They were fighting all the time,
But every
and then
weekend,
he was back every weekend.
every weekend there was a shootout. There was a physical
Oh!
fight.
Tell him about that night when you were sleeping and all you hear is like people yelling outside your
Yeah,
outside the room.
so
You know, I was perfectly comfortable where I was at. I was good. I was in
every
the
weekend,
basement.
yeah.
heard
So
nothing.
I had the house. I had the bedroom was closest to the window. I mean the road upstairs.
Traumatized.
But the first time the guys left me home alone, it was me and Milo. So of course I put him in the room because he'll bark.
Yeah.
And I'm just like hearing stuff. I got all the lights on downstairs because Friday night.
Child.
No.
Y'all left me and I was like
Listen.
perfectly fine.
Well,
in the
me
house.
too. I'm good.
But after they got to know us, they were cool. But like when we
Rookies.
first moved in, you know, every weekend they were shooting, they was fighting,
Uh-huh.
like the police was out there in the yard.
They
I'm
didn't
like,
come
oh my
for the
God,
entire time
what
after
is
that.
Going on? Yeah, it's been a while, but
like
After
8
When we
months.
first got there, they were like,
It
they
was
were posted
heavy.
up waiting. I'm like,
Like,
who we waiting on?
I'm like, yes, still the worst
I
police
guess
officers
they
ever.
wanted to see like, are they gonna tell on us or what's going on? But they were like, cool after then because then someone hired the crackhead to cut our grass, which she was cool.
Let's just pause. Let's
Crackhead.
just pause. Who hired the crackhead? Janae.
Wait. Say your famous quote. Hey, crackhead, they'll work for anything now.
And they will. Okay, what did she cut the grass for? And she did a really great job because the landlord hired somebody. And you know what he said? He had a riding mower. Oh, I can't cut the grass because there's dog poop back there. I'm like, what? Mind you, she has a push mower. She has a push lawnmower.
That
and
lady
she
will
cut
work.
it 90-degree weather, $30.
With
The
jean
quickest.
shorts
The
that come
quickest.
down
And
to
it
your
looked
She
good.
had
kneecap.
jorts.
She
Jean
did good.
shorts that come out to the kneecap. She was working.
Bro,
Yeah.
she was done what in an hour, and we're like,
Yeah, she was. Really
I didn't even hear
cool.
it. That's how good she was. I didn't even
Bro,
hear the
I didn't
more.
even realize she was at. She did it.
Right? She's like,
She's good.
mind you, me and Janae. So Janae was like, yeah, I'll go ask her. Hey, Alan, can you come with me? Yeah, cool. So we get there.
Jay want to get killed.
He's like, you guys ever watch that movie, that scene from Sandlot when it's like they're trying to go, like the dog, they're like, oh snap, the dog's about to get
Yes.
loose. That's how Janae was like this.
No, I didn't even knock on the door. Remember we
Oh,
walked
you were
up?
about to.
No. I didn't even go on the porch because she has a dog, and the dog is so vicious, the bark, and I just feel like if she let it go, okay, it's over with. So we walked up to the house, me and Alan. I didn't knock on the door, and we just, because she keeps the door wide open, so we looking through the house, didn't see her, turn around and walk back. Hey, y'all need something?
Mind you, she had the psych
Oh, psych
scrubs on.
So
And I was
there,
like,
if you
That's
see
what
anyone,
those were.
yeah, those.
If you
maroon-
see anyone in burgundy scrubs in
Or-
Michigan, they're
A psych patient.
So maybe she
keep
escaped.
going.
I don't
Just
know.
keep driving. If you see him, keep driving.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
No, but it was like she was like, yeah, I'll do it. By the time we got to our porch, she was already out here. All right, you guys ready?
She's like, I'll cut it now.
Yo, she was ready to go.
That lady was a blessing in disguise.
Yes, she was.
She
Big
did
shout
a
out
good
to her.
job. Yeah. And the only thing I didn't like about Lansing was the
Lane.
It was
roads.
small and boring.
It
Bro,
was small
those
and boring. The
roads-
roads are terrible.
Or horrible.
Oh, those
Terrible.
roads took. Every single day, Janae was like, oh my. What was Alex? Alex, you remember? Hey, so at first, we all, like, it was me and Alex. We had the same schedule, but Janae didn't have our schedule in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
And every time she would go to work, she was like,
Oh my god.
oh my God. And me and Alex, we would roast her, of course.
Anyway.
And so she was like, she finally ended up being on our schedule because we kept telling people, like, we only have one car, like, we need to work together. So it finally worked out in our favor.
The lies we tell was great.
So we're
Three
like,
cars. We're good.
yeah, they're like,
we only have what? Can I spend some change?
they're like, are you guys okay with working weekends or like holidays? We're like,
I don't care.
I don't care. Run into the garden.
Run
So
to
then-
the garden.
So then we like started working 8 days, and I
in
remember
a row.
in a row.
8
12
days
hours.
and 6 off, and I was gone after that.
Yeah, 12 hours. And
Catch you in a different state.
I remember like, I get to orientation. Another orientation story. Tell them about that,
Very
Alex.
funny.
My orientation.
He's
Oh.
FaceTiming us every 2 minutes.
No. I'm talking about like in orientation,
Oh,
not on the
orientation.
floor.
Oh,
On
oh.
orientation. We were in orientation together. It was
Why
like
were
the-
we in orientation
Tie
together?
the
Because
wrist
y'all wanted
Oh!
and the blood sugar.
No, this was before. So we get to the hospital and we're doing like Alan has never done a
Time
blood
out,
sugar.
time out, time out.
apparently.
Let me let them know. I lied on my resume, okay? I lied.
Mind you, you're supposed to be actually work as a
CNA
CNA
too.
for 6 months
Alex,
Yeah.
like,
before
I took
you
3
start
shifts.
to
Alan
travel.
said, I took 3 shifts. I get it. We're orientation together. And we're doing blood
My
sugar
heart's
checks.
pounding. I'm like, oh
And
God.
so I did mine. You know, you have to do like a little scan. I did my little scan. I'm done. And Alan gets to the blood sugar part, but like my dude doesn't know what he's doing, and he's like getting to the point where he has to like he has to prick
Stick the
himself,
finger.
and it's just the end. Like clearly, that thing shows you what to do.
I didn't know
Alan's
how to
using the
undo
back
cap.
the fat part.
Yeah,
and
that's what
he's like this.
But what, y'all partners? What, y'all partners?
Yes.
Have-
And then the ladies in
Oh
front, the
my
ladies
God.
watching me.
Oh
So
my
I'm like,
God.
I'm like, oh yeah.
And it's like this. He's like this. He's like this. I was like,
I don't like getting my
I
finger
was
pricked.
like this. It's not working. Oh my god! Why would you say that?
So of course Alex is like, oh, here you go. Unscrews it and goes, bow. They didn't even give me a warning. It goes, bow. Something like this.
That thing hurt, don't it? It's so the lancet is so big there.
Yo,
Like,
they
I
don't care about your fingers.
I mean, you bleeding for
Now I
days.
understand why the patients lose it.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that?
Side note, I remember I walked into a patient's room. Mind you, so this
Why are you crying?
This
We
girl-
do this every day. That thing hurts
Look.
for a week.
listen, the girl that was on the floor, it was her section. She's like, hey, can you go in there? He doesn't like women doing his fingerprint. I was like, oh yeah, cool. I walk in, I'm like, hey, I'm about to get out the freaking room. I was like,
Who are you talking to right now?
are you talking to me, sir? Yeah, I'm not doing that. You better not prick my finger no more. No.
But it is
I was like,
bigger there. It hurts.
I was told that you wanted to mail. No, if you come and prick me, I'm fighting you. And I was like, all right,
So
go ahead,
you
close that
will
little
get-
door. Hey, walked out. He doesn't want to get his finger pricked. And I'm looking at the girl. She's like, oh, that's why.
That's
was
what he
angry.
meant. Okay, got it. Really? He
I
didn't
was
think
so
of that?
mad. But I remember, like, once I got on the floor and I was by myself, I started calling. I was in the group chat with Alex and Janae. They're like this.
I was stressing for Alan
Listen,
all
we-
day.
We're trying to work. We have a routine, and he's like, "What's this?"
Of course.
They told me to
I
do
was like,
this.
"Flush this.
What is this? What's this? Where does this go? What is this? Oh my
Yo,
god!"
my
He
first
was
day.
drowning.
Alan was,
Listen,
Alan
my
was
first day.
My hands under the
I'm a CNA
water.
1. CNA 1, we don't take out IVs. CNA 2, they do. So they're like, this nurse called me and she was like,
Just bleeding everywhere.
she was like, hey, can you take out the IV for this patient? I was like, yeah, of course. You know, I didn't want to look.
Did he
I didn't
know
want to
what
look.
IV was?
Yeah, I didn't want like a rookie. I was like, yeah. So I go run.
I just whipped it.
Yo, I quickly go and run inside the bathroom, and I just sit in the bathroom like this. I laid it out. So then, like 30 minutes go by, I walk in the room, the patient's gone. I was like this.
I can only imagine Alan in the bathroom like this.
What
Yo,
do I do?
after
Yo,
a
I was
week,
ready to
Alan
quit.
was ready
Google
to
that.
quit. He was
Alan's like this.
Guys, I hate it here.
Oh, I was so ready to
Google.com.
quit.
What is an IV? Okay. Huh. Jeez. Okay.
Bro, I was like, what's the starter kit? What is the starter
Oh
kit?
god.
But hey, you learned. Hey, at least you learned. Some people have failed that the whole day.
Bro, I drowned so hard that first like week or two.
Yeah,
Well,
2
month,
weeks,
yeah, the month.
Alan worked at the nursing home, and he was like, "Yo, this is nothing."
No, y'all threw me.
Then we got
y'all
to the
threw me in
hospital.
deep
No,
end.
You got on night shift. If you would have been on days, I think it would have prepared you better. But
Yeah.
you know, we had to put you on in there real quick.
Yeah,
so
they're like day shift. I was like, what are you guys doing today?
Everything. She took everything.
Mind you, they're like this. The manager on the floor is like, yeah, we got these new techs that the travel techs.
They've been killing
They've
it.
been killing it. They've been doing great. Everybody lied on their resume, not just me.
Alan goes.
Everybody.
They only knew.
Nobody knew how to do anything. I was like this. Okay, at least I'm not the only one.
Do you
Then the
know-
nurse goes, why are we having these travel techs that don't even know how to do anything? And I'm sitting in the corner like,
Yeah,
"Look,
crazy.
you know
What
why
was
I'm
They
like,
just finished CNA school.
That's crazy. Well,
hey, but I finished off being one of the greatest on the floor. That's all I'm
hey,
gonna say.
at the end of the day.
They cried when I left.
Oh, hey, cool, Alan. I was gonna put the little thingies. I guess that's what we're gonna do.
They
They
cried when I left. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
But yeah, overall it was a good experience though. I think for us, like one of the coolest, one of the most important thing that we kind of, I would say we did was, was our focus. I would say for sure
Mhm.
for like the last year, because
So we were doing school. We
Yep.
were working and going to school online at the
But
same
it
time.
is hard online. A lot of people think it's not. But
Yeah.
we had full classes,
Time
homework
consumed.
every night,
Time consuming too.
exams every week, and
Mhm.
other stuff going on. So we did good. We set out to do everything we said we was going to do.
yeah, the goal was like, I think it's more also like our planning with the idea of a goal for deadline, right?
Yeah.
Of, we said, what was it? The goal was in by January of 2022, right? For us to be able to be, all of us apply to nursing school, so that we can kind of take the wherever our life is now and just elevate it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Right.
And so we ended up doing well. We took classes all the last year and a half essentially,
Mhm.
and I applied to my nursing program. Alan applied to his nursing program. Janelle applied to her nursing program. I find that first, and when I was when I found that I got in, bruh, I was literally walking out the floor out of a room, and my phone goes off in my pocket, and I saw the school name, and I was like, oh god,
They denied me.
yeah, exactly what I said. I was like this, oh my god. So I was like, well, let's just read this rejection letter, because after that I was done. I was like, I'm not going to apply ever again.
Yeah.
And then I looked at it and I saw like the first part. It said congratulations. I said, Lord, I literally was like, I was like this.
You called me. I was like this.
And then I was like, oh, so I like quickly in the hallway. And I called Alan. I was like, I got it,
bro. I was
oh,
like, it's
God.
surreal because we've
Worked
each one
hard.
of us has been through the freaking ringer.
That's another podcast story.
Yeah.
And then when did you find out?
I found out. I think where were we in June? I think I found out in May. Beginning of May.
Yep.
We were recording and all I heard was a ding, and I looked to my left and I was like, yo! I ran outside. It was raining. I remember it was raining. I was like,
the clouds were just a little bit right
yeah.
there.
I was like, you know that moment when you're walking through the rain, you're like, the victory.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So that's how I found out. Well, how'd you find it? When did you find out, Jay?
June.
Jesus,
Y'all were
bro.
waiting on me.
I know.
I'm like,
We're like,
I'm happy for him,
we're
but
like,
I'm
can we
like,
go?
I really
Can we go to
wanna
dinner?
Get in
We're like
with
this.
them.
How are we gonna go to dinner? Are we just not?
We've been waiting on her to create this podcast because everyone else got their admission like offers, and we're like, "Yo."
Well, no, so I
Let's
would
get
have
together,
found
Jay.
out in May, but I guess they needed more students. So
But
then
you
they
have
extended.
74.
Right, so they extended the deadline. So then they're like, "Oh, we sent out letters in June." I'm like, "Oh my god, I need my letter."
Just let me know, did I get in or not? I don't care what he does, but did I get in?
Right. And then I found out like the second week of June. So
It was game
yeah,
over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Thanos.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, all of us applied to nursing school.
That's 80
while associate degree in nursing. So, as
But
while we went to school full time, we ended up focusing on making sure everybody got their homeworks and stuff like that done. Completed the different classes that we had. Everybody applied. All of us are gonna be we're starting our nursing programs
in the fall.
in the fall of this year. So exactly a year and a half from now, you're looking at Arthur Amicy RN.
Alan Amicy RN.
Janae,
Talk to me differently.
RN.
Talk to me different.
RN.
RN.
Well, you gonna say something.
But like as far as like achieving your goals, guys, I feel like we often get to the point where it's like it doesn't matter the age that you are.
Yep.
As long as you're continuing to proceed to get better every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what I could have been in school like way earlier, but I'm glad that I didn't because I've gained experience from
Life experience. I
life.
think goes a long way for a lot of different things, right? So,
Yeah.
because like, because that's one of the things I always say is like I try not to operate in life off of the concept of what's it called if you're operating in life based off of regret,
Mhm.
then you're already starting from the wrong location.
Right.
Because if you do, nothing's ever gonna be like enough, right? Or you're not even gonna allow yourself to appreciate where you are. Because it's like in order for you to be where you are today, you have to go through something that allow you to get there.
Right.
But you can't assume that if you didn't go through whatever bull crap we went through, that you would essentially be in that moment that you are.
Mhm.
Because whether you like it or not, that moment that you are in at this moment in time could either be the moment that's gonna put you forward, or it's gonna be the moment that's gonna be like, oh, it's another moment.
Yeah.
that you just happen to be in. And it's like you hear a lot of times like people talk about, the travel world, and how a lot of people just never truly like get enough out of it.
Mhm.
Because that's a lot of times like it's people are so focused on drama versus I'm just here to work.
Right. Yeah.
And if I'm trying to, let's say we came there, we were like, we're here to work. Because people always tell us things like,
How you work
what
8
do
hours
you
a
guys
day?
do outside of here?
Nothing.
What do you guys do?
Or whatever we want to do
Yeah.
together. We did
Work.
stuff.
Yeah, we
but,
do.
Yeah.
Homework, YouTube, gym, work,
Escape room.
homework, YouTube, gym.
Yeah.
That was like a routine. And we never strayed from it because that was the things that we kind of saw for ourselves that's going to get us to the next level. And a lot of times people just don't have that ability because they're so focused on what is happening in that specific moment, or in their lives are just so chaotic
Mhm.
that like if they end up traveling with people like we saw it, a lot of people got fired from assignments,
Mhm.
were fighting with the roommates so that they traveled with, and they will end up like that. And I was like, yeah, We're
don't
good.
wanna
Yeah,
be in
you
that
have to
situation.
have like I feel like as far as your travel partner, you have to have someone that has the same dedication as you,
Yep.
Mhm.
whether they're wanting to go to school or not. But the focus has to be I'm there to work. Yeah, we made associates and whatever while we were on these assignments,
Yep.
but we didn't stop it from our job. But I also want to say
Mhm.
I'm a single mother, so to all the
Off.
single mothers that feel like they can't do it, you can do it. I
Mhm.
did it. I traveled with my kids, ended up coming to live with us at the end, so it's possible. It was hard, but it's possible.
Yep.
So
But she made no
you can
excuse
do it, so
Excuses don't make champions.
at all.
right.
Yeah.
Because every time people at the hospital would be like, would bring up their, oh, why they can't travel. I'd be like, well, I travel with a single mother, and she like, as much as she wants to be with her kids, like right now,
Yep.
she knows she has to go with a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to go to become a nurse, and she got that in. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters is she's going for her goals. Like, it doesn't matter, like whatever is on the outside. Like, oh yes, you don't spend time with your kids now, but she knows that later down the road she will be able to spend all her time with her kids.
Right.
It's more of like the temporary mindset, right?
Okay.
Because I think it's like when you operate in life off of like that's just my mindset. My mindset's always temporary. Like some people think like I really want to be in a relationship right now. I have to get a girl. I have to get a girl. I'll say girl because I'm a guy. I have to get this girl. I have to get a girl. But it's like, is your life gonna end in 6 months? A year from now, is it gonna end? Is something drastic happening that you already know of that nobody else knows? No. Okay. So why can't you focus right now and get your focus in? That way, whenever you do end up meeting somebody down the road, or if you do have kids, it's like it's a temporary thing.
Mhm.
You're only in school for a year and a half.
Mhm.
The difference between a nursing assistant salary and a nurse's salary is like $30,000.
Mhm.
So in a year and a half, your life can increase by your income just solely from you becoming an RN can increase by $30,000.
Right.
Your life changes at that point. So it's like if you're so focused on the now, then you don't really get to appreciate the long term that happens. So when I go, yo, it's only a year and a half from now. It's kind of like us with YouTube, right? We said, bro, if we focus on the now, then YouTube's gonna get us to where we want to get to with the things that we want to create, right?
Yep.
So all of a sudden we go from 170 subscribers to by summer we're at 10,000, then 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 100,000, 150,000. We're almost at 200,000
Numbers
subscribers,
that we never
and
thought.
the YouTube channel is allowing us to be able to do the things we want to do. We're both gonna be in school full time as nurses, as nursing students,
Mhm.
and we've gotten the ability to create a whole channel that's going to allow us to is be able to not work full time
Yeah.
because our channel will provide us with an income to where we can go, I just want to be a nursing student and just create content versus let me try to keep creating content, be a nursing student, and at the same time try to work 48 hours a week, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, but the only reason that we're here is because at the time we appreciated where we're at. We're like, oh, we don't have to do this forever. This crazy grind we're on. We just gotta do it now. That way, long later, which is where we're at now. We're in the later.
Mhm.
We're seeing the results of the now. So it's like you can either so to me, I operate a lot of times with like the no regret mindset, and then it's just temporary, it's short term. People go, I could never travel. You're probably not. You stay in the same place you're in. Same mindset. Nothing's changed. We do see it. People we've worked with in the past, they still have that same mindset of like they're still complaining about the same things they were complaining today. They're complaining about that same thing 3 years ago, 4 years ago. They're still complaining about the exact same things
When we left.
when we left.
And a lot of
Today.
it that I've seen is, oh, well, they have good insurance. You don't have insurance as a CNA when you travel, but as an RN, you do. But I ended up getting Blue Cross, which was very affordable, $68 for me and my children. So it's out there, you can get it. But that was my excuse for not traveling until I linked back up with Alex and we talked about it. And I'm just like, at this moment, we're just going to travel because that's more important than health insurance. I was there a total of 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And had he not came back, I would have still been there as a CNA. Because I was like, there's no way I can go take classes and work because we were literally working 5 days a week,
120
60 hours a week.
120 hours every
Because
paycheck.
you get paid every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks is a CNA. Even with the 60 hours, you might bring home $1,000 versus going to work 3-4 days a week and get $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
A week, not every 2 weeks. A week.
A week.
Things have definitely been going towards the direction, and we want to say we appreciate you guys to the freaking fullest, because if it wasn't for you guys vibing with the freaking Amicy gang, we wouldn't be where we're going and having the platform that we have.
And even like for us with our YouTube channel, like continuing to grow, and like to the point where Alex was saying, like where we'll be able to focus on school and then just create content. Like even Janae stepped out of like, oh, okay, working constantly, like to where now she's having her own clothing brand, like where she would like tell them what you do.
So
because I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah,
as you guys
Alan
can see,
has on
I'm Nike'd out.
A Nike outfit, and I have
Look at
on
this. Look at this. Look.
That's a size. What size?
I ain't talking about. No, it's not.
Okay.
Extra large.
Yeah.
But okay, so it looks really good.
Alan's
It
been
fits
bulking.
good. I have on a polo small,
Poloed out.
and they're unisex. So I have polo hats. I can get Nike hats. So it's just something I'm kind of doing on the side. So hopefully I can get to a point where they are. You know, I won't have to work full-time hours in the nursing program.
So like, what caused you to start this up?
So when I was working the 8 days, I'm like, you know, I know it's going to be very hard to work while you're in the program, because school is Monday through Friday. So essentially that will put me working probably Friday night, Saturday night, maybe Sunday day shift. So in my mind, I don't really want to work. They call it a graveyard shift, which is like 7 p to 7 a, and I'm just getting off work, coming to school like I'm going to be tired. When am I going to have time to study? So for me, it was like I put in all this time and effort to get into the program just to try to flunk out. So I don't want to be working crazy hours and trying to be in school when I'm already like I'm here, you know? So that was, I just stepped out on a leap of faith, and that's what it was for me. So,
and where can they find you?
They can find me on Facebook. It's Janae Spalding.
Links will be in the description for you guys. So if you want to reach out to her, all you have to do is just go to the description. You'll be able to find that information. Show some love. Sorry, continue.
You're good. But yeah, I appreciate it if you show some love.
Look
Sorry.
I'm just gonna let you know.
And they're at an affordable price, just $45. But for this weekend, for 4th of July, all the outfits are $25 and the hats are $15.
When are we dropping this?
Okay. We'll be dropping it. What's the name?
Today's
Friday.
Is
it July 1st?
It is July 1st.
Okay, first day of July.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. I like how you just go tomorrow.
Like, you're the one that Alex is the one that edited.
He's gonna go.
Right.
Tomorrow.
No, he don't.
You asked me.
As
Alex gave me the power.
Why didn't you tell him?
Yeah, why'd you say when we drop?
What is it? You still have time. It's 5:20.
Alex knows how to edit. He'll edit fast.
Yeah. And he has this great Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hey, you know the vibes. This Wi-Fi is phenomenal. Any other thoughts, questions, things that are happening in your lives?
Oh well. So as you guys know, I live 2 hours from here.
Yes.
And Alex still lives here. So I drive back here to record content with him.
Mm-hmm.
But life in Greenville's been pretty good so far. I'm excited to start school. I start work over there on Tuesday. So, I mean, it's pretty chill. But I'm just excited to come back here and create content.
Where are you going to be working at?
A nursing home.
So you got a job and tell us?
This guy, right? This guy.
Like, so you
it's with Favorite.
But is it a contract?
No, it's just local.
Oh, I'm about to say, so you got a job and didn't tell us?
It's
Come on
pretty
now.
much a job. It's per diem.
We're
This
a
black
trio.
guy.
Are you going to drive 2 hours?
Negative.
Okay.
That's yes. What? No. I would if I would just come to your house if it was like a weekend. Just stay there. I could play.
Same.
Yeah. It's just always coming to your house. Just go work.
Might as well continue it on, for another month.
Bring the gang in the building. What about you? Anything going on in your life that we need to know?
No, just sales up and down, So my first week home. I've been trying to play catch up with doctor's appointments, all
I
this
can
stuff
only
you
imagine.
need for the nursing
Oh, yeah.
program. You
Oh
know.
yeah, they got so much. It's like a whole
Yeah,
list.
Bro,
even
I've
though
got
we
so
already
much.
have this stuff, you have to have
you.
like 2-step TBs and all this stuff.
Oh, my class
So
started.
make sure your license are up to
gotta-
date
yeah, it's
and
due
all this stuff that
July
expires.
29th.
That's
Dang.
pretty much all I've been doing. But starting next week, I plan to work too up until August.
Yeah.
You know, full time. So it's little apps we can pick up shifts and stuff.
Shout out to the apps.
Shout out to the freaking
Yes.
apps.
What about you, bro?
I don't honestly. I've just kind of been trying my best to kind of get on top of like the things that we've got going on as far as like the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And then catch moments of just stillness, because my brain rests 24/7. So it's
Yeah.
like
I
so
have
it's been
something for
that.
that.
But
Turn this melatonin. Oh, can I talk
this
about
crackhead over
this
here
one? Shows up every time we go in on assignment. She got
with a
bottles.
bag.
Oh, I gotta go to the pharmacy.
This
Are
girl
you a
lives at
pharmacist
the
this point?
This girl lives at the pharmacy.
But
It's
ask them how
unbelievable.
many times they have used my medication.
Zero.
Anyways,
You've never used my medication?
What do you have that I would use?
I won't say on here, but you've used it, and so have you.
What have we?
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
you get headaches. You needed Pepto.
What's that one? Oh, is that for
My bubble guts. Okay, I don't know what happened.
I was like,
That was
what?
probably the scariest moment. I thought I was dying. Like I literally,
Yes, he
I was
thought,
like this.
I think I have C. diff, guys.
I did.
This
Yo,
guy is.
I was literally running to the bathroom while at work. I was in the bathroom for so long. I was like this. I'm fired. They're gonna fire me at this point.
I just go to the cameras and you're like, here we go
Somebody
again.
get me some water. It's flames in here.
That's
But,
hilarious.
Yeah,
But
like,
yeah,
I think this was a really good podcast.
phenomenal.
We will be adding some more podcasts in the future.
Yeah,
I know somebody. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. I know somebody like people were asking in the comment when could we do like podcasts and vlogs. Those should be coming out soon too. So
it's just gonna be definitely planned. But definitely, yo guys, the Patreon is where it's at. Okay,
go to
Patreon always gets everything that we drop a week on. Bro, I love these microphone handles. They're like so sturdy.
Sorry, he says 30.
Hey. If you guys are on the Patreon, you guys already know that you guys get all of the content that we drop on YouTube, and you get them early. A lot of times a day or 4 days or a week in advance. If we drop a movie reaction, it always goes straight to Patreon, and then we also
With
upload
no
it on
cuts.
YouTube. If it makes it on YouTube and you guys see it on YouTube, then you know for a fact that YouTube didn't block it. But if the YouTube ended up blocking it, always go to our community page, because the community page is going to allow you to see the links of where we drop stuff. If it's a movie or a TV show, whatever it is, we drop it on Patreon for free, so that it has access. You guys have access to it, so it'll be in different parts. You guys can always find it. The Discord is where it's at. Also, Patreon and the Discord is they popping.
Yes,
We do live stream where we're gaming. We started building a little bit a community together.
army.
We are the Amicy, the Avengers. All right,
Yep.
we're out here. Outside of that, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram.
And click on the subscribe button below.
Click on that subscribe button below and be a part of the squad at all
Yes.
times. Are we done?
I think we are.
Don't cheat yourself
Love thyself.
and keep it Amicy. Peace.
I